What's up, everybody? I'm Gorespawn,
Dante.
and we're here representing Our Opinion Sucks. Now, Our Opinion Sucks is pretty simple. We're just going to sit here, shoot the shit, give you our opinions on what's coming out, music wise, and everything else on top of that. It's going to seem kind of choppy, haphazardly, but whatever. And it might not be your opinion, but it's our opinion, and it may suck to you, and your opinion may suck to us, but that's how it goes.
And like they say, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one.
I've got two. So, we're going to get right into it. If you can hear the music in the background that we're listening to right now, this is from No One Gets Out Alive. It's the album Hidden Bloodlines. It's out now. You can go to their you can go to rottenrollrecords.com to go get it. It's also on Rock and Roll Records Bandcamp. Pretty sure you can go to No One Gets Out Alive Bandcamp or their Facebook page. Check them out. They're also all over YouTube. It's pretty cool. If you like banjos, you like slam, you're going to like No One Gets Out Alive. And if you don't like them, well, then you're gay.
And your opinion sucks.
Yeah, your opinion sucks. So we're going to dive right into the first episode here. By the way, thank you for watching our first episode. We're just trying this out. We're going to keep it going, whether you like us to do it or not. We're going to keep doing it because we want to. It's real simple here. We just sit back, drink a couple brews, and talk about what we want to talk about. So, that being said, we're going to dive right into the first episode. How do you like that? You don't. Who cares? So, first thing we're going to talk about here is the new Suicide Silence album. Now, I don't know about you, Dante, but I've never been a Suicide Silence fan, ever.
No, Mitch Lucker was trash.
Rest in peace, by the way. Do feel for that. But I've never been a fan of them. I remember my old days doing live vocals for Intracranial Butchery. We kind of started a self-initiated war with Suicide Silence, which obviously never picked up because nobody gave a shit about us, except the fans, which we love you. And Suicide Silence just wasn't our thing. But they came out with that song Two Steps, and with the new vocalist and everything, it, in my opinion, it really changed their style, and they came out with something heavier than fuck. I mean, that opening riff makes me want to, I don't know, kill people or suck start a 12 gauge, one or the other, man. It's just insanely heavy.
Yeah, it's definitely different. The new vocalist still does that whiny shit, which is gay. But
By whiny, you mean the high pitch?
That screamo shit. But he hits the lows a whole lot better than Mitch. Again, if you like Mitch, that's your opinion. But this new album is next level for their style. Obviously, their style is a little more progressive deathcore, but I mean, check it out. Just came out yesterday, actually. So if you ain't got it yet, fucking get it.
No, it's on Spotify. It's how we've listened to it. Well, like I said, I've never been a fan of the high-pitched deathcore. I've always liked the actual music itself, the style of music they're playing. It's brutal, it's heavy, it's slammy. But when the vocalist kicks in, all he wants to do is that the high pitching, it really doesn't click with me. I like the lower, more heavier stuff. And I think that's what the new vocalist brings into it is the lowers, the heaviers, and it really meshes with their music quite well.
I agree with that.
Now, on a side note, we don't get political here, but if we see something in the news that one of the bands we talk about says political, we're going to talk about it. We might make fun of it. So I'm going to just say right here, I saw something where the guitar player said, if Trump gets reelected president again, I may very well leave the country. Well, there was a shit ton of people in 2016 that said, if Trump gets elected, I'm leaving the country, and pretty much all of them still live here. So, are we just kind of living on empty threats? But all things aside, I hope you don't leave. If he does get elected again, you made a great album. Continue to make more good albums. Keep your vocalist, by the way. The lows are great. and I really like the direction Suicide Silence is heading in.
Yeah, I just hate that all these people are going political. Political aside, this is not a political channel. We do not support any which side.
Yeah.
We're non-biased. So, again,
We're beer biased.
yes, very beer biased.
Other deathcore bands, that I'm not. I used to hate deathcore as a whole, but after the last few years, I've kind of picked up on some of it and gotten to like it a bit. I've become a fan of the Acacia Strain recently, as well as Carnifex. I really like them as well.
He didn't like Whitechapel when they were brutally heavy back in the day, but he likes them now.
True, very true. When they came out with, when they first came out with that song, "Mark of the Blade," that really hit me hard. And then after while I was locked up, I got to listen to a few songs. By the way, I was locked up. If you didn't know, I've been locked up a few times. Who cares? This guy was in the military. Same thing. I did get to listen to a few Whitechapel albums, and I think they're great. The music is awesome. One thing I complain about Whitechapel is if you're listening to their album, it kind of feels like listening to one song for 30, 40, 50 minutes, however long the album is. It feels like one song. If you hit me with one song at a time separately when it comes to Whitechapel, I'm all about it. I mean, I'm all about it. They are great, a phenomenal vocalist. And the rest of the musicians are great.
Fucking love Phil Bozeman.
But if you try to get me to sit down and listen to a Whitechapel album, it ain't happening. All right. We've kind of touched on the Suicide Silence album. Leave comments below if you subscribe to our channel or tell us to fuck off. That's cool too. Just leave your comments below. Let us know what you think of the new Suicide Silence album. I would personally like to hear it. Next we're going to go on to is a very popular band last night. Today is February 15th, 2020, by the way. Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I had to ask. Anywho, so last night, a very popular band, Lamb of God, they played a show in Chicago, Illinois at the House of Vans. It was a free show in Chicago, so if you didn't go and you live in Chicago, what the fuck is your problem? Because they were also giving out free beer there. It probably was tickets, so you got one or two, but still, free beer. And they live streamed it on Facebook. Now, me personally, from my personal Facebook page, I shared the stream, and I watched the entire show. I thought it was a pretty good show. They played your classics, they played their songs such as "Walk with Me in Hell," "Redneck," "Omerta." They played their new song, which we're going to get into in here in a second.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
We're going to have to. But they played a lot of great songs. "Desolation." And overall, I thought it was a great show. But of course, this is our opinion, sucks. So we're going to sit here and knock on a couple things. If you don't like it, tell me down below. And I don't mean my balls, I mean the comments. First thing I'm going to say is Willie Adler. Okay, great guitar player, phenomenal guitar player.
He's non-animated now.
Yeah, he has definitely lost his animation. Now, I can understand being in a band such as Lamb of God and being as heavy as they are, especially with their first album, New American Gospel, which, by the way, they didn't play any song from New American Gospel. I say we need to start a petition to bring back Black Label and Pariah instantly. Those songs need to get back on their list. But Willie Adler has not been animated on stage, and I can understand maybe he's having neck problems, maybe having back problems, but it's just not animated. John Campbell, their bass player, he tore it up the whole time. I mean,
He was all over the place.
He went, he still was headbanging and going crazy. Mark Morton, same way. I can understand he's the lead. I can understand just standing around trying to focus on what you play. But the only one that was really animated was Randy, and their new drummer was, I'm sorry, I forget his name, but former drummer of Winds of Plague.
Another great band. Great album if you haven't got the last one.
He was also pretty animated behind the drum kit, and I gotta say, Chris Adler has some pretty big fills to shoot, or pretty big shoes to fill, and I'm thinking he filled them.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of
Mad respect for the Kobe.
yeah, that was awesome too. Him wearing that jersey. He did a lot of great playing on there. He hit almost everything Chris used to play note for note. On top of, I heard a few things where he kind of improvised a little bit, added his own fills, and thought that was really cool. On top of Lamb of God just doing a free show, that's, you got to give respect for that anyway. A band of that caliber throwing a free show was awesome. They had Harm's Way, by the way, opening up for him. I don't know if you know Harm's Way. They've also opened up for Cannibal Corpse and such. They're a hardcore band. I've likened them to the stylings of Terror, Stamping Ground. Although I like Terror and Stamping Ground, there's just something about Harm's Way that doesn't click with me. I'm not a fan.
And we're going to stop right there for a quick opinion. New Hatebreed sucks.
New Hatebreed. Okay, we didn't have that down. I will go with that. The New Hatebreed, I actually listened to it as soon as it dropped. Because I work third shifts. Well, I'm going to be working third shift.
You will be.
So I'm kind of trying to get myself used to that schedule. And so I was awake when they dropped it. And I listened to it, and I didn't get that feel that I was expecting to get from a Hatebreed song. The, in your face, I want to go kill something, I want to punch something deal. It seemed really watered down. Like, I understand Justa was talking about how he did the whole solo album thing, and he got the watered down effect out of his system or whatever. But, dude, Kingdom of Sorrow was heavier than what you just put out.
Hell, Johnston's solo shit is heavier than what was put out.
I mean, Hatebreed, I hope your album is going to be a lot more punishing than the single you put out. Because Metal Sucks gave this grave review, and Metal Sucks, once again, overhyped it. Mm-hmm. Metal Sucks.
But back to what we were just talking about.
They put on a great show. The lighting was good. Randy Blythe is a great vocalist in the aspect that he doesn't use any effects whatsoever on his vocals. Again, live, he didn't use any, you can tell, no gain, no nothing. But I think he's really straining his vocal cords now. And it might be working for him, but it's kind of making the music suffer a little bit. But again, they've been out. New American Gospel just hit 20 years. And Burn the Priest was before that. So, I mean, he's been doing this for a long time, so I can understand the wear and tear on his vocal cords, being a vocalist myself. So I understand the vocal cord tear. But Lamb of God has, and how I feel, Lamb of God has lost their punch. The new song, when they came out with it, I can't recall the name of it off the top of my head. Checkmate. Lost its punch, lost its Lamb of God punch to me. Now, if you're into the cool southern metal type deal, and you're into like the Crowbar, the Down, but you wanted a little heavier, this might be up your alley. If you're a die-hard, everything Lamb of God does is awesome, you're gonna love it. But me personally, I'm kind of one of those old guys. I'm stuck in the New American Gospel, As the Palaces Burn era. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I still like some of the Ashes in the Wake, some of the Sacrament stuff. I like that too. But this album, this song just didn't click with me, man. It didn't.
It's definitely not Sturm and Drum.
No. And that was, as their last album, was a great album, I thought. They did play 512 on that live concert last night, and I was pretty stoked about it. I was really happy they played that song. But the new stuff just, it's not clicking with me. So, if you thought that this was all metal and all our discussions were just about metal and bands we like, dislike, songs we like, don't like, and what we think sucks. You're wrong. We have a vast majority of likes and dislikes, and that includes everything. We're just two dudes, and we're going to talk about everything. So the next thing is vape. We're going to talk about the TF16 tank right now from Smoke,
Which you are not using. I am, however.
which I'm not using right now because
16.
I have my coil is burnt to shit on it, and the coil on my TFV12 right now, which you can see, is better than that one. But I do have the 16 right here, and I will. There you go. There's the TFV16. It's got a triple coil in it right now, and the hitting is just not great on it to me.
Single mesh is way better.
Yeah, the triple coil kind of. I didn't see any benefit to it. You would think more coils, better flavor. No. I mean, just no. My mod, as you can see, is the Smoke-Tech iPriv. We both have the same mod. Mine is the Iron Man, and you can see why it's the Iron Man. And it's adjustable. It goes up to, what, 260, something like that?
With the update, I think you can go up to 260.
And I keep it real low anyway, 60, 70, because I don't want to burn my coils out. And we go by the recommended on what the coil says. But the triple coil, it constricts a lot of airflow, doesn't hit as hard. That's another reason why I like my 12 better than the triple coils right now. And it was really disappointing. Like, even with priming the ever-living shit out of that coil, it still seemed to want to give you burn hits like right off the bat. Like it wanted to, now I don't know if they're the cotton they're using or what, but it just seemed to want to give me a burn hit right off the bat.
Man, it definitely doesn't last as long as how the 8 or the original 12, because that one's the Prince. That's not the 12-12.
Yes.
But I feel the 8 was way better. Well, the 8 was good with the 4, and then the 12 was really good with the 7 mesh. 7 mesh was probably the best hitting coil I've used. Now, we're not saying that all of these tanks are, the best, whatever. He used to be in competition, so he was unregulated. So if you still do unregulated, we fully support that too.
Yeah, I was endorsed by a company down in Shreveport, Louisiana called LaserSig USA. I believe he's retired now and he doesn't do any more, but he made good 3D print boxes that I used in competitions. I came in second place in one competition. Would have won, but that was my mistake. But I lost to a good friend of mine, so I was okay with it. But even then, I used the Buddha V2, and that RDA has a lot of hits. I enjoy making my own coils. Maybe one day I'll post videos of coil making when I start getting back into that and start having a setup for that. But I used cotton bacon back then, and cotton bacon was phenomenal. It wicked amazing. It held the juice great, and it was pretty tough to, burn. These, whatever cotton they're using in the 16 triple coil mesh, it almost seems like even if you're rated at 70, if you go to 71 by mistake or whatever, it's gonna burn. You're gonna get a crap hit. And I'm not a fan of the triple coil. Single coil, the single mesh is fantastic, but the triples, that's dead. That's just dead.
I wasn't into the coil making.
By the way, I'm blowing down in a way because if I blow towards you, then it's going to fog up the whole video and we're going to look even dumber than what we already do. So, by the way, I'm rocking a Mortician shirt. Got to give love to those fucking pioneers. They make great music. Check them out. What kind of gay ass shirt are you wearing today?
I'm wearing the gayest of gay, fit for an autopsy. Fucking brutal. If you haven't seen their show with Rivers of Nile, fan-fucking-tastic.
Fit for an Autopsy is on tour, by the way. So if you catch this video in time, check them out. What's next on the list? Ooh, I am very excited to talk about this next topic. We also play games. And upcoming soon here is one of my all-time favorites, Doom. Doom has a new game coming out March 20th of this year, 2020.
2 more weeks.
I have spent a lot of time watching gameplays, trailers, and what this new Doom is going to be like. And I am I'm just beyond impressed with it. I got out and I was able to play the new Doom 2016.
Yeah,
2016 Doom. I was able to play that on the Xbox One. And boy, howdy. That is, yes, I said boy, howdy. Got a problem with it? Comment. And it was fantastic. I mean, I played it. Yes, I beat it on the easy level because it had been years since I'd played a game. And I beat it on the easy level. And now I'm in the process of playing it on the more difficult level. But I mean, it lived up to everything you would expect as a Doom player from the Windows 95 Doom till now, especially the old Doom 3. It lived up to expectations and then some.
Public service announcement as well. Boom, boom. New Final Fantasy VII remake. Jump on that shit. If you haven't seen the opening movie for that, get on YouTube and check it out. Bar none, best looking Final Fantasy ever. Huge RPG nerd here. Played every Final Fantasy from 1 to now. Well, except the MMOs. I wasn't a big fan of those. But if you like those, more power to you. I'm not paying for it.
I got stuck on the first Final Fantasy. After I got my Chocobo on the first Final Fantasy on Game Boy, I had the Chocobo, and I ran all around the whole goddamn map, and I never knew what to fucking do after that. So I quit playing. I haven't played it since.
7. April 10th. Get it.
But the new Doom looks really cool. As in, you have your, what are the skeleton rocket launchers? What are they called?
Oh, the big bastards that shoot skulls at you?
No. Those are the flying Keiko demons. The flying skeleton. The skeletons that have the jetpacks.
I don't remember.
Well, you got the skeletons that have the jetpacks on them. They have these 2 huge rocket launchers on their shoulders. And, well, even with the guys that shoot the rockets out of their hands, the difference between all the other Dooms and this Doom is now you can actually shoot those weapons off of them. So if you target those weapons on them, you can shoot them off, making them useless. I think that's pretty goddamn cool. Because really, when you got this big, giant, slow bastard shooting fucking acid balls or rockets out of his hands at you, and you can shoot those off if you can't kill him, or if you're in some kind of whatever final level type deal where you have a shitload of demons coming at you and you just can't focus on this one guy, you can shoot his hands off and that renders his hands useless and he can't shoot rockets at you. I think that's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, the utility in this game is very functional. The only thing that's a little weird, and they did it in the 2016 one, but they're revamping it in this one, is in order to get shield and ammo to include health. In order to get, ammo or whatever, you've got to use chainsaw. If you want to get shield, you got to do some kind of like fire thing, or
yeah, you got to use your fire to get the shield. But you got to do that, and that's cool as a bonus because demons that you're killing are somehow spawning shields and ammo and stuff. But the super shotgun has this new deal on it to where you shoot a chain out to your opponent and it catches them and you're able to go towards them while being able to attack. So that's really cool too. So if you're far away and you need to get to an area where a demon is and you're not able to double jump or get over there, you can jump up or however or shoot this guy or hit him with your chain. It'll take it to him, you can kill him, and now you're where he was, but he's not. The one thing I'm sure that's going to piss me off in this game though, because in the 2016 Doom, the double jump levels just aggravated the piss out of me. They did. I think the new levels where you're going to have to jump from wall to wall, because you can jump from wall to wall and climb onto walls. I think that's going to annoy the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to say the least.
I think that's
especially when there's hordes of fucking demons just shooting their load all over you.
Or even just like simple, tasks where you have to jump from this wall to this wall to this wall to this wall to get to your objective. I think that's going to be aggravating as fuck. But on top of that, you do get to use one of those skeleton guys to get you the super shotgun. So you get to possess a demon in this game and utilize him to kill other demons to get you the super shotgun. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. I think one of the cooler things is the online play. So if you haven't seen it, the online play, one person is the Doomslayer, while the other 3 or 4 people playing are the demons, which I think is pretty cool.
That is pretty damn cool, especially if you get to be a demon. I mean, who the hell doesn't want to be a demon every now and then?
So,
don't even say it, whatever.
March 20th.
March 20th, Doom comes out. If you don't have it pre-ordered, go ahead and get it. I know we're going to be playing it. That's a fact, Jack. Next topic. This one is something that almost everybody in the world can relate to, me especially now, because I work third shift, and all good shows start at night. So this next topic is going to be about your weekday shows. Now, I understand bands that are on tour, they have no control over, what days they play or whatnot. I'm sure if every band could do nothing but weekend shows, they would. But it'd be a pain in the ass. They'd have to go all around the world, and it would just suck. I understand. So when you're on tour, you got to play a show every day. I understand that. I get it. I've done it. I get it. Your Monday, Tuesday shows have the worst turnouts of the world. But we're talking about weekday shows here. I understand. I get it. It just sucks that I'm never going to be able to make a show on the weekdays. And all the good shows that are coming here to the Atlanta area are, of course, on weekdays. So I'm going to miss a shitload of shows. Oh, yeah, I know you're going to say, well, you can take the time off, blah, blah, blah. I could. But I also like to pay my bills. I also like to eat. I also like to be an adult.
Also, if you live in Atlanta, you know what we're talking about. 10 lanes where 75 meets 85. Trying to get to the Masquerade, the Loft, wherever. You got people that don't know how to drive. Shows start at 6:30. Well, doors open at 6:30. Who the hell is going to get off work? Drive through Atlanta. Takes 2 hours to get to like 3 exits. Just to get to a parking garage that's usually full. Weekday shows can kiss my ass.
Yeah, they suck. Everybody knows they suck. But again, what the hell can we do about it? Nothing. Bands got a tour. If you can get out to a show on a weekday, hey, get out there.
There is something we can do about it.
What's that?
We can give our damn opinion about it.
So on to the next topic. We're going to talk about, we're going on the weekday shows, so let's go about festivals. Now, concert tours are great. I highly suggest you support them if you can, as much as you can. Now you got festivals. Festivals, in my opinion, are the greatest fucking thing ever. Now, starting back in 2007, I went to my first festival, which is Central Illinois Metal Fest. Matt Bishop threw an amazing festival. If you don't know who Matt Bishop is, he was the original vocalist of Levidity. Went on to do, who did he do after Levidity? It was He went on to do Human Artifacts after Levidity. I think he's doing Sarcophagi now, and he's doing something else now. But Matt Bishop has done a lot of things. Also Hideous. He did Hideous with Terry Butler and Greg Gall, which If those names sound familiar, they should. They were the original drummer bass player of 6 Feet Under. Terry Butler has also done a lot of things, is like Massacre. He's currently in Obituary. But Hideous did something great. Go ahead and check them all out. But Matt Bishop is from Illinois, and he used to throw a festival called Central Illinois Metal Fest. And that was by far the best underground death metal festival you could be for at the time, next to Milwaukee Metal Fest. I never went to a Milwaukee Metal Fest, but I went to 4 CIMs, and they were just fantastic. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Well, Matt Bishop got out of the game, and that's understandable. You know, he's trying to do his own thing, play the music, do the family thing, just kind of live a life outside the festival, because the festivals are a lot of stress. So anybody who throws a festival or has anything to do with a festival, I give you a lot of fucking props, man. That is stressful. It is tough work. I've assisted some people on building their festivals or helping their festivals while it was going on, and that puts a lot of stress on somebody. So if you're doing it and you're helping it, keep it up. But now there's a new tyrant in Illinois that controls the festivals. His name is Miguel Goregrinder Medina. Now, if you don't know this fella, I suggest you do. He was originally in a band called Asphyxiator. Back in my time with Intracranial Butchery, he booked a show here and there, and he brought a lot of great bands around. I played a couple of his birthday fests, and I consider him a personal friend of mine. He's a great dude, a great guy. But he does this thing now called Chicago Domination Fest. Now, Chicago Domination Fest just does just that. It fucking dominates, okay? I've been to one of them already, and there's, I think this year is 7. And if not, it's 6 or 7. I'm gonna look stupid either way, so take it as you will. And the one I went to, I mean, goddamn, he had Kill Everything headlining the second day when Kill Everything first came out. I mean, Miguel is putting out some of the best bands out there in the underground death metal scene to date. He's bringing out the ones you know and the ones you don't know. The festival's a great time. Everybody there is friends with everybody. And this year he brought back somebody that just blows me away.
That was your mom. She says hi.
Hi.
I'm your new dad, by the way.
So this year, Miguel has brought Vile to the stage. Now, if you're a fan of death metal, and you've been a fan of death metal for a while, you have probably already jizzed in your pants 5 times just by me saying the word Vile. They're fucking fantastic. There's other headliners. You know, he's got Devangelic, Party Cannon. I know Created to Kill is also on there. Condemned is also as well on there. Necrotic Gorebeast is also on there. I mean, the lineup just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. And the bands are just fantastic. If you're a fan of underground brutal death metal and death metal in general, I suggest you check out ChicagoDominationFestival.com and see what's going on there, or go to the Facebook page, or look up Miguel Goregrinder Medina, and keep up to date with that, because it is just, I mean, that's one of the festivals that, now that I'm able to, I'm going to go to every year. That's the one festival every year I will take time off of work for.
What was the last band they just introduced? Was it Lust to Kill?
Lust of Decay.
That's it, Lust of
Yeah,
Decay.
fucking Lust of Decay, another underground legend. Actually, my buddy Ryan, the one who I'm fucking around with, not like that. We're trying to do some music stuff, but he's the guitar player of Lust of Decay. And then you got Jay, who just turned 50. Happy birthday. Yeah, Lust of Decay is just a fantastic band. If you don't know anything about Lust of Decay, look up their song Festering Anal Vomit, and you will be a fan. That's simple. My buddy Brent used to do drums for them. They got their old drummer back, I guess. But other festivals. What other festivals are going around?
Brent?
Brent Williams, drummer of Atrocious Abnormality.
Yeah.
Yeah, good dude.
Fuck yeah.
Other festivals, you have, well, this is the Bay Area Death Fest last year. Never been to one, but I've always seen the lineup, and it's always looked fantastic. I've regretted not making it, and I probably won't make the last one either. It sucks. But if you're out in the San Francisco area and you're able to make the Bay Area Death Fest, or able to fly out there and you got a little cash, go. I've known a lot of people that have went to that festival. It's worth it. Last festival I want to talk about, well, that I want to talk about, is the FTA Fest in Illinois. Full Terror Assault.
Mm-hmm.
That's been going on for a few years. I bought tickets to it one year, but a lot of shit happened. I wasn't able to make it. And if you don't know, it's put on by Joey B. Yeah, we need to put on a new thing.
I am on it.
He's the, I don't know if he wants people to know this or not, but we kind of put things out there anyway. He is the vocalist of Waco Jesus. And he has put on a fantastic open air festival. He puts it in the campgrounds of Illinois every year. And he's brought a lot of great bands. It's not just your massive, major, well-known underground death metal bands. He's got a lot of thrash, hardcore band, or hardcore thrash bands. A lot of metal bands. Cardiac Arrest has played there a few. Dying Fetus has also played there.
Kick-ass live. Love them.
I mean, you could go back and look at the Full Terror Assault lineup and just see a ton of bands. You'll be like, oh my God, these guys played there? Holy hell. Full Terror Assault's a great festival. It's camping, 3-day festival from sun up to sunrise. And the thing about Full Terror Assault is it's not just about the bands that are playing. It's about the camaraderie. It's about people getting together and becoming a family, which is what the metal scene is. It's a giant family. And places like FTA are able to help people get together from across the country, across the nation, across the world, and be family with each other. Mm-hmm. We all have a lot of likes, so why not keep it going?
In case you're wondering who that is in the background, if you haven't heard the band Spike, you need to check them out. I saw them when I went and saw Shadow of Intent for the first time with Carnifex. This band is live as fuck. The lead singer is brutal. This is their new album. Check it out.
So for FTA, plus you got camping. So you camp out there, and you drive around golf cart. If a lot of you people are familiar with a little festival called Gathering of the Juggalos, imagine that, but less stupid drugs and less stupid people. I've never been to one, but I know the people that run it and I know the people that go there, and I can safely say it's not drug infested and it's not bullshit infested.
Yes, he is.
So, we've gone for quite a bit right now, for 38 minutes. We're going to cut it short here pretty soon. So the last thing we're going to talk about here, food. Who the fuck doesn't love food? You love food, don't you?
I don't right now.
He doesn't. But if you don't like food, fuck you.
Let me explain.
Yes. Why don't you tell our audience why you don't love food right now? Because that is the topic that we're going to discuss. And I've had a taste of why he doesn't like it. So, Dante?
So if you're around the Atlanta area, northern Atlanta area, check out a place called Mule Camp.
Gainesville?
Brutal place. Fucking awesome. They've got this burger called the Angel of Death. And since its creation, they have upped the ante. When I first had it, it just had jalapenos, habanero sauce. That was it. Now it's got fried jalapenos, habanero sauce, sauteed ghost peppers, and Carolina Reaper flake. It's a bacon cheeseburger. Oh, forgot to tell you, it's habanero cheese.
I tasted that.
I fucking hurt right now.
I took one bite of this burger. One bite. He ate half of it. I took one bite. And I put it down. This burger is the Angel of Death. And yes, it is named after Slayer. They also have a Slayer burger called the Ghost of War burger, which I would imagine is slightly less hot.
Just a little bit.
But this Angel of Death burger, or this Angel of Death burger is. I took one bite and everything. I love hot stuff, spicy stuff. I'm just not used to it yet. And this burger set my scrot on fire. It is.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
No, if you don't like spicy stuff at all, like if Frank's Red Hot sauce makes you go, oh my god, I'm gonna shit fire in the morning, don't fucking drink this. Or don't eat this shit. Alright? Frank's is pussy compared to this stuff. This burger is the real deal. It's hot, but it's goddamn delicious.
I've had it 3 times.
3.5.
3.5. I couldn't finish it today.
I had one bite.
Well, I think they've heard enough of our bullshit. So let's hear your bullshit down below.
Yeah, let's hear your shit down below. Tell me things you want to hear us discuss. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be car parts. I don't give a damn, which I'm sure we're going to have an episode on soon because this guy right here knows a lot of car shit. NASCAR's coming up. We got the XFL. There's a whole lot of things out there that we could talk about and give our crappy opinions on and see if you like what's up. So leave comments below. Subscribe to our video. The videos are going to get better soon once I learn how to edit everything and put links on and all that fun shit. Until then, you're just going to have to look below and go from there. But until then, I want to say thank you for listening to us rant and rave for these past 45 minutes. And have a brutal day. Go ahead and drink beer and get laid. Anything else you want to say?
Stay brutal.
Take care.